just giving you guys a little market update on what I'm expecting to see in the markets. So currently, Bitcoin, we almost hit our TP target yesterday because we entered into a trade at 19,500 yesterday over there, and our first TP was at this previous high here. And clearly, as you can see, we missed that target by just a little bit. Although in the private Discord, I'm not sure if you guys can see this on stream. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm using a different streaming setup today, but in the trade section, we did close some at 19,800. So this is a benefit of being in a private Discord, right? Sometimes there are some updates that I cannot provide, even though the trade was taken live. There are some updates that, I can really only give in a private Discord group. So link will be in the description box below at theartofcrypto.com. But otherwise, we did secure some profit over there. But is that target still, possible to be hit today, given that price is currently doing some kind of a pump? Immediately, my first reaction is yes. And the reason for that is because I'm currently seeing relatively equal highs over there and over there. Now, whenever you see relatively equal highs, it is an indication that there is liquidity there. And market makers love liquidity. They want to take out all the liquidity in the markets. And that is going to be the first sign that I think, why I think that the price is going to reach for $20,050. But otherwise, let's go on to the 5-minute, and you can see that price has actually found some kind of a support at the previous daily mid. So this right here is the previous daily mid range. We have found some kind of a support here. Seems like price is trying to flip this level. So I do think that the previous daily high is absolutely possible to be hit. Now, as for whether we are going to take a trade to try to hit that target, or if things change, that is yet to be determined. And in order to determine that, we're going to have to go onto the 1 hourly chart. And we're just going to have to zoom out a little to make sure that we are on the right track in terms of a higher time frame. Now, higher time frame wise, we are actually still stuck in what I would like to call bearish order flow, in the sense that you have a bearish order block there, and you would seem to have almost filled in the bearish order block, which means currently you're still forming in the midst of forming lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And if this turns out to be a lower high, then everything that I just said in the last 3 minutes is completely obsolete. But for now, we're just going to watch the chart essentially, because later on at 8:30 a.m. New York time, we're going to get a release of the CPI report, and that is a very momentous event in the markets that will drive price action either up or down. So until we get, basically what I would suggest doing is try not to trade until the New York Open, because today is, we do have some piece of news, and it is going to be a very influential piece of news, to say the least. And it's irrelevant to really take bets as to whether the CPI report is going to come back higher or lower. But if I had to guess, it's probably going to come up a little bit higher. And as long as it doesn't go a lot higher than what expectations are saying, then the markets are going to be fine. But you don't really want to take the risk. So currently we are still in a bearish area until the CPI report comes out, and maybe it's not as bad as everyone thought and the markets can continue on the way they did. And I would really hope to see some kind of reversal here, because if we do continue to go lower, then what's very likely to happen is we're going to target the lows over there, we're going to target the lows over there, and eventually we're going to target the lows over there. So we really do not want to see the markets continue lower from this point onwards. If we're bullish, then that's not what we want to see, because if price does break, especially the lows here, if price does go below 19,000, the higher low structure on the daily chart is not going to be held. So let me just go onto the daily chart and show that to you. So as you can see, currently high, high, low, high, high. Well, at the moment, you are trying to form a high low. I hope we are trying to form a high low, because otherwise this theory is completely broken and we are likely going to revisit 15k or even 12k or something. So it's not a stretch to say that everything hinges on the next couple of days and what price action decides to do. So at the moment, we have nothing to do but wait. Price is still in bearish price action, price structure, in terms of 1 hourly, maybe 4 hourly, but the only thing we can do is wait. So hopefully that has given you some insight. We're going to jump into Ethereum next, and honestly, it's a similar structure. Ethereum is even clearer, actually. Let me just remove all the drawings. Can get a little bit messy. So Ethereum over here, you have a bearish order block. Currently, you have not gone into the bearish order block, but if you were going to get rejected, this is going to be a strong zone where you would be looking to sell. And we are actually going to look to sell at least until the CPI report comes out because, well, market structure is bearish until otherwise proven. But if price takes out this high, which is at $1,090, if price takes out that high and pulls back, then we're going to look to enter because chances are the market structure is going to shift from that point onwards. But either way, my recommendation is just to wait until the CPI report gets released. Of course, follow me on my Twitter and the Telegram announcement channel, which is absolutely free, by the way. And if I have any update, I'm going to post it there. Of course, the best place to get updates, private Discord group. Sorry for the shameless plug.